It is once again time for episode 2 of the Maple Leaf Estates, the darkest dungeon. I'm scared. Not really. I'm tired though. I'm kind of scared. This is a scary place. Do not take your family here. This is not a vacation spot, just in case you were wondering. Well, since our last episode, we've had some changes. Let me tell you. As you can see, we have a few more recruits here. However, it is first my very sad duty to inform you that Dr. Courtney, MD, and Baron Pedersen, unfortunately, have lost their lives in the service of the estate, fighting, of all things, a giant mutant alligator of doom, which very, very nearly also killed poor Sir Forsyth. It's the hardest name I've ever made in my life. And Lord Troy of Dog, who fought valiantly and were within inches of losing their own lives, but managed to defeat the foul creature and return back to the estate, albeit in a absolute stressful mess. So, we sent Sir Forsyth to the Abbey. Oh, we haven't done that yet. Okay, so yeah, I thought I did that already, but I didn't. Sir Forsyth, it turns out, see, the light of prayer is all I need. That's the only way that he'll de-stress himself. So we'll go in here with the Swedish chef. Anyway, let's put him in here. Confirm treatment. Light, guide me. The light will guide Sir Forsyth, or something. Amen. He's off in the Abbey. He'll feel better now. We'd also like to give Lord Troy of Dog a little bit of stress relief. We're going to look in the tavern for him. Get a bar, gambling hall, and hey, of course, the brothel. However, it looks like Lord Troy will only gamble. And unfortunately, the caretaker at the moment is using the gambling hall. So, we're going to have to wait a little bit to de-stress poor Lord Troy. So, he'll be alright. It'll just take us a little longer before it's really safe to use him again. That's all. You got to take care of your people. You'll be alright. Now, also, in an earlier episode, Ray the Ninja, we sent him to the bar to have a few drinks and de-stress, and so let me show you what happened to him. Ray the Ninja went on a drunken bender and hasn't been seen since. Let me rephrase that. Hasn't been seen since the previous evening. He did recover 56 stress, very nice. However, we don't know where he is. He's out gallivanting, probably, I don't know, drunk in a gutter or something, as ninjas will do. So poor Ray, hopefully he's okay, and we'll have to wait for him to return before we can send him out on some more quests. Now also Sister Darcy here, she was the one who will only take the flagellation. Oh, there's the sad death of Dr. Courtney, MD, and Baron Pedersen, as you can see, met their final fate. But the quest was successful. Very sad. Let's see, there is, what was I saying? Yeah, so it was a bit too effective, which means she gained a new quirk, which is obviously flagellant. So she was so happy with it, that's all she's doing from now on. She's like, forget this other stuff, just whip me, beat me, take away my charge card, I don't know, just beat the crap out of me. Which, personally, I don't agree with. I'm not a big fan of that type of behavior. I don't think that's something that should happen. However, she loves it, and I'm not gonna judge. That's what she wants. She makes her feel better. Then all the power to her. So she is looking good and ready to go. Now we have some new additions to our team. First of all, we have Chris Max Payne. He is a flagellant. And as you can see, he is quite literally a bloody mess. He gets his strength basically from taking a beating. He's got some very interesting abilities. We haven't unlocked all of them yet, obviously. But see, as his hit points go down, he actually gains these abilities that he's able to use. He can only use this 3 times per battle, but that's something, so he can heal himself or heal somebody with a dot. He's the only character that will actually do a heal that will last more than 1 round. However, it also causes him to bleed. He's basically using his own blood to heal people, so that's the kind of dude he is. He can also take off a bleed or a blight from somebody and put it on himself, which apparently helps him out. So he's a bit of a strange dude. Likes to take a beating, but gets the job done. So we might unlock some of these other abilities here, because these ones are a bit weird. But you know what? We'll leave it as is for now, because I think we're gonna take him out. As we can see, with the demise of Dr. Courtney, Dr. Courtney's daughter, Dr. Courtney II, has come to the estate to follow in her mother's footsteps. And of course, probably to visit her mother here in the graveyard. As you can see, it shows you what level they got to, when they died, what week, and how they went out. So it was a crocodilian that took them down, unfortunately. So there they are. And this is probably the first of many that will lie here in the graveyard. So we also have Sergeant Bacon-Dean. Look at him. He is what's called a man-at-arms. He is a grizzled old veteran, and he's I can't speak. I really have to have coffee before I do this. He has the ability to defend attacks for other teammates, and also has a riposte ability, which I do not think I have unlocked, which I'm going to go unlock right now because it is awesome. But he can guard his allies, he can stun some allies, straight shot to the face. He can buff everybody, bring their stress down a little bit. He's got some pretty solid abilities. So I think I might run into the guild really quickly, and we'll... Now the guild, this is where all... Okay, so I haven't shown you this before. This is where all your abilities are and where you can unlock them. So let's go to Sergeant Bacon-Dean. And let's see, we want the riposte ability, absolutely. So let's unlock that for a mere 900 gold. Can I upgrade this sucker? No, not yet. Every building is upgradable. Thank God. Let's see, you can also upgrade people's weapons and armor. Now, Lord Troy of Dog, I will absolutely upgrade his stuff, but have to save a little money for provisions to go out. I mean, I personally try to keep around between 4,000 and 5,000 in order to have enough provisions to feel comfortable. I'm very conservative in this way. Some people will probably take less. But hey, I try to take care of my peeps. So we'll let him rest for now. Let's see, Lady Daggerface, who had a successful first outing. Should we send her out again? We very well might. Because you don't want to send... Well, these are all zeros, which means I just got here. Oh, and I forgot! Grandma K's here. Grandma K, named after my wonderful grandmother, who was 96 years old, a World War II veteran, and quite possibly the best human on the planet. She is an antiquarian, which is a very niche type of class, in which she does do very little damage. In fact, if you look at her abilities, she does have a stab. She's able to do a small blight, 1 point for 3 rounds right now. But look at her ability. She tries to stay at the back. Flash powder will de-stealth some creatures. She does have a healing ability, which I should probably unlock as well. She can also command a teammate to protect her. And they don't really have a choice. She's like, no, help me, protect me. Now, so on the surface, she may not seem that helpful. However, the ability that she has, that no other class has, that if you take her into your party, she will be able to see things that nobody else can in the way of rewards. So basically, if you're short of money, you want an antiquarian in your party for perhaps a low-level or mid-level run to be able to gather up some cash while you can, and hopefully, not get her killed at the same time. So very interesting class. And of course, we also have Sonya the Red, which of course is not a play on any kind of existing character out there. Naturally, that's completely made up by me. Naturally, I don't think I even needed to tell you that. She is a Hellion, so she's a front of the line warrior. She's got her big halberd there. She's not to be messed with. She will kick your butt. You can see she's got some. She has one really interesting move where she can actually hit the guy in the last position, which is actually really handy. And her other ability here is to cut somebody. Nice, but only the person in the front. So right now she's kind of limited to the first two. She also has this ability in the middle, which makes her a little more versatile. But this barbaric yop move stuns somebody, but also some of these moves she does, like she can hit 3 people at once, but also debuffs herself. So she does 10% less damage after that, so you'd have to remove that debuff. She does have this to buff herself back up. So pretty interesting character. What I think I will do with her, go back in here, and where'd she go? There she is. We will unlock this ability. Now when you unlock an ability, you actually have to make sure and go in and make sure it's equipped, because you can only have 4 equipped abilities. So we're going to remove this barbaric yop and add if it bleeds. There we go. Which basically means she's most effective when she's in the first position, which is fine by me. Alright, so there's Sonya the Red. And we also, I forgot again, got so many new people. Ardra the Insane. She is a shield breaker, which is a very interesting class. She moves around a lot. She has the ability to actually block attacks. Uses a lot of blight, but a little unstable upstairs in the way that I will show you perhaps a little later. Okay, so lots of new people. What else did I say I was going to do? Did I unlock Bacon Dean's ability? I did, which means I want to get rid of I think this bellow, we don't need that, and we'll add the riposte, which is very helpful. Alright, we'll go with that. As you can see, you can customize your characters in all kinds of new ways. A new building, by the way, the Sanitarium. Sanitarium is most often used to remove negative quirks and treat diseases, but you can also use it to reinforce a positive quirk, which will lock it into place and prevent new positive quirks from displacing it. You can lock a maximum of 3 positive quirks per hero. There you go. So as you can see, if we had, let's see if we have an example here. Lord Troy of Dog, let's say he's got let's look at his quirks. So this one is locked in. He's obsessed with the paranormal. We could get rid of it, but it would cost $5,000. So that's expensive. We're gonna hold off on that. But what else has he got? So he's also got a fragile quirk, which is 10% max HP, and he will only gamble. So I think while he is waiting for the gambling hall, we will get rid of his fragile quirk. 1,500, a bit expensive, but worth it because 10% is quite a bit. So, you want to be a better person? It's going to be okay, Lord Troy. You're fine. Don't worry, they'll take good care of you in there. You may not enjoy the experience, but trust me, you'll come out a better person. Alright, so, if we go into the embark phase. Let's see. I thought maybe we would do a medium quest. If we have one. Short. Aha, medium. Oh, this one, this is a boss fight, huh? I don't know if we're ready for a boss fight. Tough to say. Maybe not, because we got a lot of new guys, so I think perhaps we'll give them a bit of time. So, let's see. This is the Warrens. Which I'm trying to remember what kind of creature these are. Undead are mostly in the ruins. The fish dudes are in the cove. They're pretty ugly. Let's see. We have we'll go with the Warrens. Okay, now who are we gonna send out? Well, Sir Forsyth is no. We're gonna put Sergeant Bacon. No, we're not. We're gonna put Sonya the Red up front, and I think Sergeant Bacon Dean can go second. He sure can. So that's a pretty solid team up front. I think Chris Max. I could use Chris Max. Well, we'll rest him for now. Let's see. Perhaps Dr. Courtney the second. She's got all kinds of ability. Oh, I gotta unlock her other ability too. Let's see. All right, let me do that real quick. A lot of planning goes into before you take off into a dungeon. That's the one thing about this game. You really have to kind of. I'm gonna unlock this too. You really have to manage your characters well, which is it's a good time. It's fun. You just have to be vigilant at it. I think is the best way to put it. Let's get rid of blinding gas and add this because this is a 5-point blight, which is big money. And then this will cure bleed. This will embolden the target. I think I can only do this on myself though, or can I? Do I want to keep that? Get rid of. Yeah, maybe I'll keep that, and I'll add the incision, and that puts her in the 3rd position. Right on. All right, so we'll put her number 3, and we'll get Sister Darcy back in the saddle at number 4. All right, there's our team today. Now, one thing that we can now do, as I organize these guys a little bit. Is trinkets. Now, I think, if I got all my trinkets, here we go. So I've done a couple of battles, and these are trinkets that I have earned while I have been fighting. So, let's see. So she, 10% melee damage with 4 dodge, plus 4. Actually, that's a pretty good combination. Just 1 speed. There's 15% bleed chance. So we've only got 6. Okay, well now this one is for a flagellant only, so that's the one we got fighting the crocodilian, which is a very good trinket. But no flagellant on this run, so we won't be using that. So I'll give her this. This is a move skill chance, and I don't think anybody has a move skill at the moment. So we'll make sure, let's see that. Well, yeah, I guess we'll give her these 2. We'll go down to Bacon Dean here, and we'll, 15% dodge, plus 15 dodge of torch above 75, minus 20% stun resist. Alright, that sounds good for him. Dr. Courtney the second has a bleed ability along with her blight, so we'll give her this. That increases the bleed skill chance by 15%. And she doesn't have any move skills at the moment, so we'll just leave that there, because it's not going to help us. Alright, actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to sell this trinket, because as you can see, we're a little low on money now, so provisions are going to be a bit of a challenge. Oh, let's make sure I got the right one going. I was going to the Warrens, right? Yeah. Okay, so we need our get our standard 12 food. For sure, we want at least 8. Maybe I'll add a couple extras. Torches, shovel. We've already got a anti-venom. Depending on what characters you bring, they'll bring a supply or 2 with them. We'll bring a couple of these, a couple of bandages. I think we'll bring at least 1 medicinal herb. And we'll bring a key just because if we find some treasure that can be unlocked, then that's very helpful. Alright, not a ton of supplies, and I have all of 5 gold left. So let's hope this goes well, or we're going to be short of money in a big way. Onward. As you can see, it says, if you live for risk and darkness, by all means, bring few torches. Which obviously means the darker it gets, the harder the fights get. The more stress happens, and quite frankly, I just get scared. And you don't want to hear that, because then I just, freak right out. Who wants to hear that?
They breed
Not me.
quickly down there in the dark.
Sure do.
But perhaps we can slay them even faster.
Maybe. This guy really likes to hear himself talk. Alright, we're gonna start off. What was that, little trappy trap? Who's gonna unlock the trap? I'm gonna go with Dr. Courtney. Good choice. Dr. Courtney II, solid start. Bag of stuff. Hey, 500 gold, right on. And a pack. Hey, look at that, 3 good ones in a row.
Reward.
Thank you.
For a task well performed.
This is another one of those journal pages. So this one really is quite short, which is nice. We have to complete 100% of room battles. So no room battles so far. No scouting so far either, so we have no idea what's in front of us. Let's lift a torch. This is where the shovels come in.
Are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
They do they? And so they just naturally pile up bodies and rocks here, I see. It's like a natural formation. I don't know, I'd argue that. But anyway, let's get some more heirlooms. Look at this.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
I should mention also that I'm actually playing this on the easiest level of Darkest Dungeon, because believe me, the regular level is very challenging, which is great. The hardest level is, oh my god, are you crazy? It will slaughter you in many ways. Alrighty. Hello, ugly creatures. How are you today? Oh yeah, see, this is a good example of I should have swapped this ability out with something that I can use in the last position, because I can't to where she is now, so this is useless to me. Good example of Daryl being a dumb person. Let's see, maybe we can stun one of these guys. This guy in the back is the worst, because he'll throw up on you and give you all kinds of diseases. He's really just a terrible, ugly thing. We're gonna give him the old Iron Swan move, see if we can get rid of him. Yes!
Decimated.
Fantastic move by Sonya the Rick. Let's see if we can, lead going. I'm gonna set up the riposte here. Now what the riposte will do, will mark himself, which brings him a bit of more of a target. It's not a taunt, but it does encourage them to, oh, I missed them. And there's the riposte. So now if he gets hit, he will counterattack like this. So you get a little bit of a revenge. Oh, he's gonna hit him right again. There we go, it took him out. So you can see the advantage of the riposte right there. So if you can keep that guy's protection high, take a beating, and deal out some counterattacks, it is very helpful. Let's show him a little love. Good job, Mr. Darcy. See if we can resist. Terrible. Resist that.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
The enemy crumbles.
Press disadvantage.
Sonya the Red
no quarter.
is taking no prisoners.
Seize this momentum.
Hey, and that's it.
Push on.
How about
to the
that?
task's end.
Let's stay here for a minute. So, I guess there was only one room battle in this entire place. There's all kinds of other stuff. Well, maybe we'll wander around a bit. Hey, great. Light. So let's get rid of that. Now, this is the bummer, because we still have Sergeant Bacon Dean with the Blight, and we have none left to cure him, so he's just going to have to deal with it until it wears out, which I believe is usually 3 rounds. Oh, no, he's got 2 rounds left, 1 damage. He'll be fine. Alright, and there's one more fight coming here. Alright, what's this? Torch. The good news now,
the promise of safety,
is that we can bail at any time. Scrawling's written on what looks like stretched and tanned human flesh. Well, isn't that attractive? Let's read that. That can only be a good story. The sight is too much for the hero to bear. She gets a bunch of stress. Great. Probably wasn't my best move looking at that, but what are you going to do, not look at it? Drums of debilitation. Oh great, so now he's marked. Without his riposte. So that's fine, I can just do a riposte. Do that right now. Come get me, Sergeant Bacon Dean. Doesn't think she's equal to the task. What? Sonya, you were ripping it. What do you mean? She got a, she must have a quirk. So it's intensity. Consumed by thoughts of inadequacy. So the imposter syndrome obviously makes poor Sonya feel like she's not good enough. So we need to get her maybe to the sanitarium and convince her that she's good enough, smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like her. Stun this guy.
The
Good
match
job.
is struck. A blazing star is born.
Dude, you're always so excited every time I light a torch. I don't get it.
Inches.
It's just a torch, man. How do you miss with drums, by the way? That's another curious thing. Well, we won't look into that too hard. Get the bleed on him. Yep, he'll be gone. Oh, see how helpful that riposte is, man? I tell you, it can be a real, lifesaver sometimes. There's a nice critical heal, helping him out a bit. Now he's got a few debuffs. Let's give him a bandage. And he's also got a debuff of what? 10 dodge and 10 plus 10% stress. Let's get rid of that. He feels much better about himself. So much better he killed that guy.
Maintain the offensive.
Now, come on, Sonya. No more inadequacy. You're the best. There you go.
Destroy them all.
A little food. I might just eat that. Why not? Let's give our other bandage to Sonya here. She feels better. Let's go forward a bit. What we got in the sack, Jim?
Packs laden with loot
Oh.
are often low on supplies.
No, not much else here. See if there's anything else here worth doing. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff, and no fights it looks like, so let's keep on moving. That's not going to help much, but the money's always good. Money is always good. Another trap. Let's see if Dr. Cordy can work her magic. She sure can. She's pretty good with them traps. Oh, we're a little hungry. Need some food. Light a torch. Walk into the room. Alright, let me zoom in. Here we go. So we got 2 rooms left in this whole place. Another trap! Should we try somebody else for fun? Sergeant Bacon Dean. Oh wait, what? Kind of not useful for him. Let's try Sonya because she's got a little bit of stress. Bad move. Now she has more stress and is bleeding, and I don't think I can help that bleed, can I? So that was probably not a smart idea. Good job, Daryl. Let's see. Keep moving. She's gonna bleed for a while. Rack of blades. Let's investigate. The supplies, how nice. Might as well eat this food. Give her a little more health since she's bleeding out anyway. Now this is her other impulsive thing. Uh-oh. Oh, but apparently got away with it. Usually when you see the shaking like that, it means she's about to get a new quirk, but nothing happened. So we got away with that one. One more room to go. Do we get a scout? No. So, small mystery for these last 4. Oh, great. Look at the size of that guy. Oh, there's Captain Vomit. Oh, I hate that guy. I hate that guy. Now he's done. 6. Sergeant Bacon Dean is taking a little bit of a beating. Let's see. Get rid of that guy. Bacon Dean, I am Sergeant Bacon Dean. I'm going to hit you in the face. Not my best song. But let's see here. Stun stupid guy in the back. Wow. Alright, Sergeant Bacon Dean all of a sudden is in a buttload of trouble here. Can I do... No, that just bleeds. And it's only the front guy. We need to get him some love.
As life ebbs,
so Bacon Dean is at death's door. Everything was fine, but I had to push my luck and go further into the dungeon. And now Sergeant Bacon Dean may no longer be with us. I got nothing to heal him. I gotta wait for Sister Darcy to give him a little love. So there's a hit. Let's see if... Oh no, let's use this. That'll get rid of that. Oh, come on! Alright, let's... Okay, so Bacon Dean is away from Death's Door for the moment. But when you hit Death's Door, which is what happens when your hit points reach 0, you don't die right away. You just hit Death's Door, and then they will keep hitting you until they actually land a death blow, which is kind of random. But nevertheless terrible. So look, he's still got a lot of ticks. So I think after we fight this fight, we're just gonna have to run for it. This is the recovery debuff, because obviously he was almost dead, so he's not at his best right now. So we need to get Sergeant Bacon Dean the hell out of here. So let's see if we can. Oh wait, we can use this. Get rid of that. That's super helpful. Alright. Forgot I had that. Sergeant Bacon Dean is hanging. Look at him go right at him. Attaboy, Sarge. You hang in there, buddy. You're gonna be fine. Attaboy. Nobody messes with Sergeant Bacon Dean. Except all the monsters, but he's fine. He's doing a good job. Alright, now I can't reach that guy, can I? So I'm gonna have to, I think, attack one of these corpses to kill it. Well, not kill it, remove it, and get him closer. More vomit! Great. And Dr. Courtney now has tetanus. Terrific. So as you can see on her screen, she now has down here, diseases are permanent until you cure them. So she is -5 accuracy, -5 crit. Not great. She'll be visiting the sanitarium on the way home. Let's see about getting rid... Well, let's cure this thing first. Make her feel better. Let's give Bacon Dean a little more love. Sonia's gonna be fine. And see if we can... There we go.
Annihilated.
Alright, get our thing.
Victory,
Now we also don't have
but
a shovel
victory nonetheless.
to get by here. But considering Bacon Dean he's okay now. But I think we'll let discretion be the better part of valor, and we'll just head home. Since our quest is complete.
Should have never happened. You are doing just work, ending them.
There's all our wonderful treasure, blah 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 blah. Not too many heirlooms this time, only 2. Usually you get a lot more than that. Alright, what new crazy quirks have the kids got today? Ah, Sonya gets quick draw, +4 speed on first round, very nice. Oh, they're all positive too. Dr. Courtney all of a sudden hates beasts and wants to kill them all. Good for her. I'm with her. And Sister Darcy is a Weald adventurer. She enjoys going to the Weald. So, all in all, pretty good, except for poor Dr. Courtney getting tetanus, which is unfortunate. That can't feel good.
A fresh irritant to some.
So,
A sanguine memory to me.
as you see, this is an event, a town event, which happens not every time you come back, but a good amount. And in this case, stress reduction activities not as helpful. Well, that is terrific, except, not really. So, I think we have to go. If you look at the map, I'm going to do this right now. Well, let's do a little recap here. Lord Troy of Dog, no longer fragile. Excellent, so he feels better. Sir Forsyth has emerged from the Abbey, obviously feeling better about himself spiritually, and recovered 50 stress. Hey, and Ray the Ninja's back. Alright, his drunken bender is over. He feels great. It looks like he's ready to rock and roll. Good stuff. Alright, so all in all, pretty good week while we were gone. We got a little maintenance to do here. I think what we'll do is get Dr. Courtney into the medical ward, and we'll get rid of this awful tetanus, because nobody wants that. So she'll be fine. Let's see, Sonya the Red. Well, let's go to the bar, go to the tavern. Let's see. We need a few things here. We need... Lord Troy of Dog absolutely needs to gamble. Alright, let's get him in there. What game is this? Where do I buy chips? That's clearly a good sign. Hang on, let's go back in there. And who else have we got here? We have Sonya the Red. Now, generally the way this works is the higher ones do a little less stress recovery, while the lower ones do the most stress recovery, but cost the most. So it looks like what we will do is we will send Sergeant Bacon Dean to the bar. Go drink, sir. Drink your fill. This round is on me. Atta boy. You had a rough outing there, but you came through like a champion, and you deserve a couple of drinks. Sonya the Red, we're going to give you a little more pleasurable stress relief. We're going to send you to the brothel. Here's an extra coin. I wasn't here. So she'll feel way better come next week, I'm sure. She'll be much more relaxed. And we will see what happens next time. Now we can do a quick check at our stagecoach, where our new recruits are. As you see, they have names that are given to them. Now we have, I think, a couple of spots open. Actually, can't see how many I have open because I'm covering it with my overlay for Mixer, but oh well. So what I think I will do is, you can never have enough healers, so I think we will bring in a Vestal. Well, wait. She's new. She's a Musketeer, which is a very helpful class. We'll give her a good name a little later, but let's bring her into the fold.
A champion markswoman. Keen for a new kind of challenge.
Well, she's going to get a challenge. There's no question about that. And now, do we want Sullers? Or do we want... she got a lot of... I don't want Kleptomaniac, so... which one is that? That is Sullers. And then, what does Plutomania do? Manic for money! Huh. Which means she'd be stealing a lot of money, probably. So, not the best recruits, but we can clean them up a little bit. Alright, well, we'll put her in here. I mean, the good thing is once you've got somebody, you can always get rid of them.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
Pious, unrelenting, and apparently a manic for money. Terrific. Alright, well, there's our outing for the day. If we have a quick look, what I'd like to do next time is, I think next time we've got, wow, a couple of big quests up here. This one has a very rare, delayed curse craving. That's more geared towards the Crimson Curse. This is the courtyard. This is part of the Crimson Curse expansion, actually. So we have to go and torch their colonies. As you can see, we get a pretty sweet trinket for doing that. This is where we fought the Crocodilian and got mauled and lost a couple of people, although we did win. So perhaps next time we will venture into the courtyard and show you what that's all about. Alright, this has been episode 2 of the Maple Leaf Estates on the long trek to the darkest dungeon. See you next time.